Hey there, it's ya boy Christoph with a K, but not with an AK 47, if you know what I mean. Stellar intro, 10 out of 10. Duh. So, channel update. First item on the agenda. I actually just did all of this, and the recording was filled with static because I have a fucking static ghost haunting me, and that's a whole other thing. But I just recorded this entire thing, and now I'm gonna record it again, hopefully on better settings, so that does not happen. Anyway, the reason that I have not uploaded a new video since the last time that I uploaded a new video is because I've been trying to get this one video up about Rent, the musical. You might have heard of it. And I did this great episode, and well, I mean, I don't know if it was great. It's probably decent at worst, you know, at least decent. Anyway, fucking, and I've been trying to upload this fucker for over a week, and Sony stages and pictures, some fucking division of Sony Pictures that apparently handles the rights to Rent, the filmed 2008 live Broadway version with Angelica Schuyler starring as Mimi. Well, she's not starring, but she's in it, but she is a fucking star. I've been trying to do a video about that. And I did actually do a video about that. And I recorded it and I edited it all together. And I keep trying to upload it to YouTube, and then I get these copyright notices. You might have heard of them. And they say, we found some video content in your little video that matched our video. And I'm like, what? Because it's like a commentary thing, right? Like, I will show maybe 3 seconds of unedited footage. And by unedited, I mean like me not talking directly over it, so I can talk directly over it in the next moment. You know, like regular YouTube fair use guidelines shit. Like a certain channel that Sins Cinema does, but with theater, you know, a theater production, because that's a thing that I want to exist in the world. And Sony Pictures, whatever the fuck their fucking divisional branch name is, they keep choosing a different time, a different snippet of my video that they deem problematic. So I've cut it down every time they put a different time mark, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just cut that part out. And they keep fucking screwing me, and I have to date not been able to upload that without it being blocked. And by the way, blocked not just like for monetization purposes. If you're gonna block it for just not allow it to be monetized, you know what? Okay, that's one thing. But these absolute fuckers are like, nah, we're not just gonna like make sure you can't monetize it. We're gonna make sure that no one in 246 countries can see it. Now, I'll tell you what some of those 246 countries are. One of them is the United States, the country I am in, and Canada, another country where people speak the language that I speak, and the United Kingdom, and New Zealand, and Australia, and Yemen, probably, and Belarus, and Germany, and France, and Italy. I don't actually know. I just saw United States and Canada and went, okay, that's about fucking it for me. So I don't really know what to do. I was thinking, and this is where you guys come in. I was thinking that maybe I'll just record it as an audio episode, and then you guys can listen to it if you enjoy hearing me talk about things that are musicals and musical related, which the things that I am saying right now are only tangentially related to musicals. Anyway, so that will be my decision. Let me know in the comments if you're cool with audio only content. Speaking of audio only content, I am planning on doing a podcast. Just being real with you, that is happening. When is it happening, you might ask? Well, that brings me to my next point. My static microphone ghost. And this is, like, at this point, I've been talking for like 7 minutes, and you're only here probably if you just kind of want to hear me talk about things. But I'm just going to, like, be real with you. Let you know what the lowdown in my life is. I have had this static in my recordings for a while, and I've been able to mitigate it to some extent, but it's gotten worse, and for the life of me, I do not know why, because since it started, I have replaced every component of my audio recording of the process. I've replaced the cables, the microphone, the preamp, the computer, different recording software. I guess I haven't tried a different operating system yet. That's one thing. Maybe it's that. If it's that, I swear to God. I swear to God. Anyway. So, as soon as I fix that, because you don't want to be listening to an audio only thing that's just like in the background the whole time. And let me assure you, it is like that. That's exactly what it sounds like. And I absolutely, it drives me mad because I don't know what the problem is. Anyway, that's just what's going on with that. So that is the state of the channel. On another note, did I mention that? Did I? I don't know if I mentioned this in this recording or the previous recording that had a bunch of shit in the background, but it is my birthday today. So thank you for all your kind wishes. And by the time this posts to YouTube, it will probably not be my birthday anymore, but that's okay. It will be Inauguration Day. Ooh. And speaking of the arts, apparently the National Endowment for the Arts is not going to be a thing anymore after 52 years. So, if you're a person who watches this channel, you might be invested in the arts just a little bit. And what I have to say to that is, for all the stress and panic attacks and bouts of inconsolable dread that have befallen me the past fucking, it's been what, 2 months now. um the only way that I have found to assuage it, I'm not sure if that's the right word. I actually don't. That's probably not. But the only way that I can find to relieve my tension, so to speak, is to do, at least that I can, and to go out and protest. And I suggest that you do the same. There are going to be lots of them tomorrow. And it's actually probably a little late for you to be hearing this, because it might very well be way after that, but who cares? I would suggest, if you can, go to one. There's one in my city. I'll be going. Although, if you can't, or if you are afraid for your safety, that's fine too. But if you can go, I would strongly recommend that you do your civic duty and don't let any of these fuckers tell you that protest is ineffective or is not your constitutional right. And the basis of democracy, not to get all political, which brings us to the next item. Christoph, why are you getting so political? I thought this was a channel about musicals. Why aren't you talking about musicals? I don't want to talk about politics. Well, to tell the truth, I don't particularly want to talk about what's going on in the world right now, but I can't in good conscience just put my head in the sand, especially because it affects me directly. Maybe not as directly as some other people, but I could end up dead. That just kind of dawned on me. Anyway, so my point after all this fucking rambling is that, once again, I'll remind you that this is a musical channel, but it has been always and always will be more than that. It's a channel about art, and art is political. Whoa. Ooh, just got a text from my grandparents who I never talked to. Great. Oh, yep. And then they texted to just make sure I knew it was them. Great. Anyway, fucking, I'm rambling. I was actually tighter the first time than I did this. But yeah. So if you're in the comments saying hey, why don't you just talk about musicals? Honestly, I have no patience for you. Because actually, I do have patience for you, because I understand, I personally, I really don't want to think about what is going on right now, but at the same time, you can't just ignore it, which is why it's so vital. Fuck, man. But to move on from that, I am going to see La La Land this weekend. If everything in my life goes the way that I want it to, I will be seeing it, and I will be doing a video on it for you lovely people. And I expect it to be a great time for all involved. So let me know in the comments what you think of more audio content, what you want me to do next, and how much you love me. And happy birthday is a thing that you could say, even though, again, it probably won't be my birthday by the time you're watching this. Anyway, that's probably all I had to say. Oh, Jesus, I've been talking for 15 minutes straight. But I did another take that was talking for 13 minutes straight. So actually, I've been talking for a half hour, essentially to myself. So catch me at the mental health clinic. Bye. No, actually, bye. I never know how to end it. Bye. Goodbye. And that's just a radical, a Broadway radical. Thanks for watching.